I mean, it's a nice play. I forgot that people from Cleveland will actually watch this.
A lot of angry Browns fans. A lot of just long faces and angry Browns fans. I did the Cox Out pregame yesterday at Around the Corner, and it was a lot of fun. They had that one big Christmas room on the side there.
I love it.
And it was a whole big production there. Not just because I was there. Listen, when I walk in, it's a production. If it's become a party.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like that, though. I mean, there was a lot of people there. It was a lot of fun. Place was packed out. But in one of the side rooms, they had the Bills Mafia in there because it didn't get me at first. There was a dude walking out, one of those big fur hats with the horns, like the Grand Poobah on the Flintstones. And at first, I thought he was decked out in Broncos gear because the Browns are playing the Broncos. Nope. Bills Mafia. And, of course, they had Bills fans ain't happy either.
No.
You got beat by the Eagles in overtime. But but Browns fans, disappointed. You wait till Big Joe Flacco gets back in there, man. It's all going to turn around. The guy's, 60 years old? It's going to be just fine. How old is Joe Flacco?
He's probably like 39, 40.
That guy's not 40 yet?
I don't think he's 40 yet.
Joe Flacco. Wow. You imagine if they put him in here, it would be like the Browns never left, right? Would it be some weird
38 years old. That's just what football does to you. Like, it seems like he should be 50 years old because we've heard Joe Flacco's name for so long.
That's what I'm saying.
He had a long career.
Yes.
38 years old.
Man.
He's Mary's age.
Okay, relax. I turned 34 on Saturday.
Like I said, Mary's.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank
Mary turned 34 on this past Saturday.
Yes.
How did you spend that day? Did you reflect on your life?
Yes. I posted a thirst trap on Instagram.
Oh, you did?
It's just, it's me.
What does that consist of?
It's me sitting on an infinity pool in Hawaii from behind. So I have a bathing suit on, but it's like a high-waisted bathing suit. So it's really not even that good. But
yeah, that's not really a thirst trap.
Feeling myself, put a little swimsuit pickup. And then, so my sister, she's like, I have a surprise for you. Get ready. Put on workout clothes. We're going to go do your birthday present. And I'm like, that's not even a sentence anybody ever wants to hear. You know what I mean? Like, get ready to exercise.
Right. I'm taking you to an all-day Pilates on CrossFit.
We're doing an Ironman.
I asked her, I was like, how long is this going to take? And she goes, a couple hours. I was like, what are we doing for a couple hours?
In workout clothes.
In workout clothes. And wouldn't tell me. We went indoor rock climbing, which was actually a blast. It was really fun and extremely difficult. I don't know if anyone here...
Well, see, this is the difference between if you tell a girl, go put on workout clothes, she put leggings on.
Well, we had on like, well, not leggings, because there's leggings you
Those
wear.
compression pants.
They're workout leggings.
Right, but what I'm saying is you tell a guy, go put on workout clothes, and you put on sweat. You can't go rock climbing in sweats.
No, we had on
So she didn't have to clarify that for you because you would have on
we had on
tight-fitting clothes.
Yes,
right.
leggings and a sports bra and a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Like, that's what we wore. But it was really fun. But, dude, it was so friggin' hard. And I understand I have zero upper body strength, okay? I get it. But for whatever reason, I was like, okay, I can use my legs to get me through this. And you cannot. Like, your legs do nothing for you other than when they're standing on those little nubbins on the wall. Because I'm like, I'll be able to push off of my legs. My strength has always been in my legs. So any other type of activity I've ever done, I've been able to rely on the strength in my legs. And it just is not the case. There's no helping you if you've got no upper body strength. So like your fingers hurt from trying to grip, and whatever this forearm muscle is, like throbbing. It was being worked. These are muscles I've never used in my entire life. When are you going to use you don't ever you kind of flex your pronate and whatever? No. Really? Yeah, so like the top, my entire forearm was on fire for most of the day. And at points I would try to when they're working out, they're saying, okay, activate these muscles where if you just think about putting the pressure into your biceps or your back, it might help a little bit. But it was fun. It was scary. It was difficult, but it was cool to do something new and challenge yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever done that? Have you ever gone indoor rock climbing?
I have.
Did you like it?
I did.
Yeah, I did.
You did
20
not?
years ago.
I mean, I would do it again, but it was it was very, very difficult for me.
Right.
Like my heart rate was like 180 while I'm trying to do this because, go ahead.
Oh, nothing. I was just going to say I used to do it all the time when I was in college. We had one in our like rec center. And I think the only time I did it after that was like at the IX Center.
Well, it's not like the ones at the IX Center because I've done them at the fair where you pay $5 and they're like, we'll give you your money back if you make it all the way to the
tether
top.
you or whatever.
Yeah.
These ones are more
They get tethered this
difficult
one.
level. They go higher.
We'll give you your money
They're
back if you
tough.
make it all the way to the top.
Well, yeah, they had, I mean, it was called Shaker Rocks out on the east side. And they have like, there's this section for bouldering, which is you're not tethered. You're just free climbing.
Free climb. Yep.
And that's impossible. The people who are doing this stuff and they're like upside down in a cave wall, holding themselves up by the strength of their fingertips and their abs. And I'm like, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
That is
they're
not to be
upside down?
confused with Kinsman Rocks, which is not a rock climbing gym.
I've never even heard of that.
It's just a crack joke.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't know what that is. But yeah, it was cool. It was definitely cool. Definitely difficult. There was
Oh yeah, faux shiz.
there was like basically 3 different types of things you can do. You can do that bouldering, which is where you're just free climbing. And then there's one that's like on a cable, almost like suspension, where and then there's one where there's a person. There's a word for what they do. It starts with a B. There's a person standing on the ground who you're tethered to.
Okay.
And they like help you with the slack and stuff like that. But yeah, it was cool. It was cool. It was very difficult.
Okay. Well, sounds fun.
Yeah, it was. It was a cool. And then her and I went to lunch, and then I did 3 sets that night. I did 2 sets at Hilarities, and then 1 set at Secret Society Comedy, which was at May Halls. And then I went to brunch with my other sister yesterday morning, and I had 2 more sets at Hilarities last night.
Now, was this all considered part of the birthday weekend?
Yeah. I'm the kind of person, too, though, who has, like, not necessarily a birthday week, but I'll see different friends. So, like, my younger sister took me rock climbing for a birthday gift. My older sister took me to brunch the next day for my birthday. Tomorrow, I'm going to breakfast with my girlfriend. Like, so it's...
Wow.
Yeah.
Birthday.
It's a lot of food. A lot of it revolves around meals.
Uh-huh.
But, yeah.
Well, it is a communal experience.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
You have to do that because you're celebrating you're celebrating something that literally happens to every person on the planet.
Right.
And you have to make it somehow seem special to them.
Yeah.
And so if they can buy you breakfast or whatever, that's how you do it.
I love breakfast, so it's perfect.
What were you saying, Cody?
Nothing. I just said is birthday. Birth.
It-
Correct.
I have a feeling it's probably not to her.
Birthday week.
Birthday, but yeah. Is it bottoming, that word you're trying to think of? The person who's down there?
They called
They're
it
tethered to you?
Belay, right?
belay. Yeah, that's it. So the
Wow.
gym
Ew.
had...
I was a Boy Scout. We had to do all this crap.
Yeah.
I was too. I don't remember that. Wow.
Well, I was an Eagle Scout. Like I was in there for a
Ooh.
long time.
Take that,
I had to
Alan.
do
You were
all
the
that
Marines
crap.
of Boy Scouts?
I don't know. It just I was forced into it because it was church related. So we had to do it.
They
And I
were...
couldn't get my driver's license unless I got my Eagle Scout. So it was just everything that I did as a kid was basically transactional with my parents.
Do this, we'll give you that.
Yeah.
They were called the people who are certified, so they're like rock climbing enthusiasts, and they're certified at this gym, and they're called belay buddies.
Okay.
So they're the people who they just kind of hang out. I don't know if they I don't think they get paid. They probably get like a membership or something in exchange, but they just they're free to climb, and then they have like little red badges, and those are the people who are like, hey, can you help me out with this specific wall or whatever?
This specific wall.
They all have different difficulty levels. So it's one wall, but there's different
Different
paths
Yeah.
Sure.
that you can take that with different levels of difficulty. And so this place that we went to starts at a 5.7 or like a 5.5. And me and my sister were cruising through the 5.7. So we're like, let's take it up notch. Let's try this 5.9. Impossible. Like, even just
Like,
2 little numbers up.
5.7 is like climbing a ladder. 5.9, you're like, what
There's
is
no
this?
way.
Is
There's no human that can do this. This
It's
is
like
an
the
impossible.
Richter
There
scale.
are, and they're so good, and it's so
It's
impressive.
Crazy
Each
to see
tenth
these
is
people.
exponentially harder than...
Dude, it really is.
Yeah.
And they go up to like 5. I think the highest one we saw was like 5.12, 5.12. And I was like, there's like 6 little nubbins throughout the whole thing. I'm like, there's no way. but you see people doing it.
There was a missionary that when I was in the Philippines, we'd get like one day a week where we were allowed to like go and exercise. We were allowed to exercise every day, but like we'd have a whole day off basically. Yeah. And we went to a rock climbing gym a few times because this one guy was really into it, and it was close by our apartments, and he was that kind of bouldering type of rock climber because he's from Utah, and he would just go and climb all the time. And he would do these bouldering problems where he'd be like, okay, this is the path I'm going to take. I'm like, there's no way. And then just Spider-Man's up through it. He's like, whew, that was tough. I'm like, you didn't even blink.
Yeah.
Like, it was incredible.
Or you see them standing in the bouldering section practicing.
Yeah.
Like they're like putting their hand grips and moving it all around, like mapping out, okay, if I can go from this one to that one, and then move my left hand. And it's
and they're
crazy.
holding on, like you said, with
Those
their
are
fingertips.
hardcore climbers there, too.
Fingertips.
They're holding on with their fingertips, and then they're reaching into their chalk bag and like kind of. I'm like,
their whole body
is insane.
4 fingertips are being held up, their entire body weight, and they're just like, yeah, this is it. This is normal. This is a crazy thing that I do. There were some people who were like really into it, and then there was also children, and it was a really cool place.
Yeah, those dudes, those people who like free climb giant mountains.
Oh boy!
You're like, if they slip or fall,
you are dead.
Or if their index finger gets tired, you're down there on the rock.
So the bouldering goes from a V0 to like we saw up to like a V7 maybe, and. Dude, I'm not joking when I say I was struggling to complete the V1s. Like V0, not a problem. There were children doing that. But the V1s,
but you weren't just hanging on by your fingertips.
On the bouldering, you are.
Oh, you were? You were doing that?
I was trying to.
Because you're going on the...
And it's like...
You're a lot more inverted a lot of times.
Yes. It like comes out towards you. Instead of it just being the rock climbing walls, which are straight up and down, it's like a cave.
Mm-hmm.
And... Yeah, my sister, my younger sister, she has a lot more upper body strength than I do. So she was trying like V3s and V4s. And at the one point, I'm hanging on to a V1. And I am struggling, dude. And she goes, Mary, act like your life depends on it. Like, act like you're going to die if you fall. And I was like, I'm not, though. We have running water and heat and a bed and stuff. Like, I'm not trapped in this place.
That's why she said act like it.
I couldn't.
You act. You were that lady in that movie.
Yeah.
Act like your life depends on that pinky finger holding you up, that index finger.
It was a wild experience. It is a fantastic workout. We went for like an hour and a half, and I burned like 400 calories. My whole body was like upper body was sore. You're using muscles, like weird parts of my like obliques, things you don't even think that your lats and your back. But yeah, it was really cool.
It's a good oblique workout.
Yeah.
For people. Yeah.
Mostly fingertips and whatever your forearm muscle is.
303. Listen, that sounds like a, did they have bungee jumping or anything like that?
No.
Like at the mall?
No.
Didn't have any bungee jumping?
Where you jump on the trampoline and do flips and stuff?
Or whatever,
Yeah, it was nothing like that.
Uh-huh.
But, yeah, it was really cool.
Wow. So the next time somebody says, hey, I've got a surprise for you, grab your workout clothes. How will you feel? Will you go, ooh, I hope I'm going to be bouldering?
No.
Which sounds really freaky, by the way, bouldering. They need to come up with a better word than that, but...
Well, they also make you watch like a safety video on like the proper techniques to fall and
that's
things
just
like
some CYA for Shaker Rocks.
But it was cool. It was definitely a cool experience. I can't think of the last time I did something completely brand new to me.
Yeah.
Like a whole new going in cold, I have no idea what I'm doing type of experience. So it was nice.
Poundcake, did you do any of that at Orange Theory?
No, I didn't go this weekend at all.
But you're still going over there?
I haven't gone in like a month, but I already knew.
All right.
I haven't gone in like a month, but I especially didn't go this Thanksgiving break because I already knew. I was like, I'm not going to be healthy this week. I'm going to be drinking. I'm going to be eating.
That's week you should go.
I know. I wanted a vacation.
He's sleeping until noon, Bill. He can't be getting up to. Come on.
No, I'm getting back. I still got some classes left, so I'm definitely about to get it in before the end of the year.
Yeah, all right. Well, we only have about a dozen live shows left. You have the whole back half of December.
Yeah, but my Instagram is 24/7, baby.
Oh, boy.
What the hell does that mean?
You gotta be flexing on them
I'm
hoes.
still gonna, what's the point of working out if you can't show people that you're working out?
Well, yeah, but that's all part of it. I mean, you also can't flex if you haven't gone in a month.
But I've still been eating healthy. I just haven't exercised.
I see. All right.
Like it's just been a lot, and I've been trying to get a consistent schedule. Like at least when I was like super busy, at least I had a consistent schedule because I would work in the morning, do the show in the afternoon, and then go to Orange Theory right after work. Now
You still can have a consistent schedule.
It's impossible, Alan. You just gotta sleep.
It's just so much.
I mean, you can still have a consistent schedule.
It's not allowed.
You're just not getting up in the morning for work, but you can
Mornings are hard.
have a schedule.
It's other stuff.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm just saying, I believe in you, and it can be done.
And it will.
All right.
It just needs some time.
I understand. Well, you're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of losing all that weight, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I've been doing a good job of keeping it off. It's not like I'm gaining weight. It's just I don't have abs. And it was my goal to have abs.
Well, you do. They're in there.
I was looking at myself shirtless the other day, and I was like, damn, I look pretty damn good. I mean, before I didn't even notice. I guess it was when you're fat, you don't realize that you're fat until you.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, yeah, you do.
But it was
Especially people who have been skinny their whole lives. You go, oh, my God, what's happening?
But I didn't notice, like, I was getting fat little by little, and then my clothes started getting tight, and I didn't
Oh,
think
yeah, that's how it
anything of
happens. You don't get fat overnight, but that's how it happens.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, I had a fold, and now I'm like, I got creases. Like, good creases. Like, my muscles are more defined, and, like, my arms and stuff like that. Before, I was like, I had like a fold to where there would be like a wet stain where my stomach would be because I'm sweating.
You under boob? You had under boob sweat?
I had under
wearing his sports bra.
stomach sweat.
Yeah.
Under stomach sweat.
Under stomach sweat. There's this commercial for some natural deodorant or something, and
I
the
don't
woman,
believe it.
the woman who does the commercial must be the woman who invented it.
Loom?
Loom,
Yeah.
because she's so candid. She goes, guys, and the commercial looks like she's just doing like a reel or something on Instagram, so it looks all kind of raw and can't. She go, guys, middle-aged woman, this stuff is so great for your armpits, your under boob, your folds. Like she's these parts of her body on camera. I'm like, this has got to be. You want to talk about life or death? This has got to be the woman who started this company,
Right?
Because nobody else would do a commercial like that.
All my flaps and folds
It's
are
great
dry.
under all my folds. Yeah. Oof.
It's not the part of your undercarriage you want wet.
No. God. Gold Bond powder for people. It just turns into a paste. That's no good either. All this talk about, you talk about people, toxic masculinity and giving guys a hard time. Why is no one giving crapping on the dudes? Because they have it in these commercials. The cars now that auto parallel park. Which,
I need that.
Well, but again, in this particular commercial, it's a guy driving and his girlfriend's riding shotgun, and they pull up somewhere, and he just puts it in auto, and it's, he puts his hand behind his head triumphantly, and the girlfriend goes, that's, your car parks itself? That's so you. I'm like, what guy wants to have that as like his calling card fee? Yeah, I don't know how to parallel park, so.
If I can't pull into a spot, I'm not parking there. Like if I can't back into it or pull into it.
Guys like Poundcake.
But
Guys like
you
me.
can learn how to do it. How are you a grown man and don't know how to parallel park?
I know how. It just takes.
I see people taking 10 minutes out here in front trying to
but
get
that's
their
doing
car.
it. That is someone who knows how to do it.
No, it's
Don't know how
not.
to
If
do
it takes
great.
them 10 minutes, they do not know how to do it.
That's especially because I live on a busy street. Like I'm not trying. I don't trust the drivers behind me. Like I am gonna put on my blinker. I want everyone to know that I'm parking. I don't trust people to just.
But don't
go
you have
around
to
me.
street park?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So
So if I'm trying to parallel park on a busy street, like I don't trust the cars behind me to see me trying to parallel park. And I
well,
might need
that's
a little
different.
Extra time.
That's different because they're going to be blocking the spot anyway if they're right behind you. But it was so weird, this commercial. She's like, that's so you.
No,
Like,
I would rather park a block away than have to try and parallel park
Wow.
during traffic.
But don't you eventually have to get into a spot on the street? Even if you're a mile away, you still got to eventually you need to get into a spot.
I pull into a spot.
Oh, you front parallel park.
Yeah, if I can, I can pull in. You don't have to parallel park.
But you need a larger than normal space, and those are almost I would assume they're almost impossible to find in
Not larger than normal.
the street.
I just need to be between like I can be like in front of a fire hydrant or behind a fire hydrant. Just leave that spot, or in between driveways, because there's only like a couple spots, so you can either be at the driveway in front of you or the driveway behind you.
I see.
So I can.
But you couldn't. You on a city street, you couldn't squeeze your car between two other cars.
I would need some extra time. I have a backup camera. I have all like the amenities to try and do that, but like I need more time than that. So no, I wouldn't even try. Because I'd be out there.
Well, maybe you do. I don't know what this car was in the commercial, but I thought it was so funny that the girl's like telling the guy, not knowing how to parallel park is really your thing, honey.
Yeah, if it's at night, I just want to pull into my spot. Like I don't need people thinking I'm drunk trying to parallel park. Like I just want to.
Well, you're not alone. There's a lot of people who don't know, who are not good at it or don't know how to do it.
It makes
or
me nervous because I don't like. I might think I might misjudge the size of the spot. Like I might think my car would be able to fit, and then
they can't. But then you just go find a new spot.
Or it's okay. I pull into a spot and someone parks too close behind me, and then I can't get out.
I hate that.
I worry about that too.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Parking is trifling, like over by me. Like I've seen.
Oh yeah, you're in the parking, like the street parking.
Nightmare
zone.
Armageddon. Yeah,
I've seen some trifling stuff, like where
has your car gotten towed again, or you've been good about that?
No, it has not got towed again. I mean, I learned my lesson, so I guess that's the silver lining about all this. But the fact that I had to get to that point, I'm like, y'all not even gonna give me a ticket? Sure, give me a ticket. I was wrong.
Oh, they gotta tow
but
you.
y'all give me a ticket and tow me. Like, didn't even give me a chance to respond. Like, didn't even give me a chance to let me move my stuff. Like, Mr. Brown, move your car.
They don't do that. They pull. These guys have a quota, man. They pull up,
but they're gonna get their
and
quota.
They hook you, and by hook or by crook, boy, they're gonna get their car.
Whenever there's special events going on around here, they have they put up this little orange sticker.
They do it on purpose.
I know they do it on purpose, and people, I see them coming out after events, and they're like, "Where's my car?" And I just point to the thing. Oh, there, you gotta call that number there, because they're like, "I didn't even see that." I'm like, "I know." They don't want you to see it. They put it super small.
And then they put black lettering on orange.
Yeah.
And you're like, there's nobody can read this.
Nobody's reading it.
Yeah.
People are like, "Oh, I found a street spot."
You didn't.
You didn't.
Right, but anybody who, honestly, on like a game day, anybody who thinks they found a street spot downtown, they're really not paying attention. They're not paying attention to more than a tiny sign.
Especially this weekend. People were crazy this weekend. I mean, we had the tree lighting ceremony. Tree lighting, the LA or the Lakers versus Cavs game. There was like Cirque du Soleil down here. It was madness. I was down here for a wedding, so I saw it all. Like, I heard a bunch of stuff going on. I was like, uh-oh, they shooting. It was just fireworks.
No, there was a shooting at the tree lighting ceremony.
There was?
There was, yes.
At
I know
the
we have to.
tree lighting?
Yes, I know we have to go to break, but there was
can't have nice things.
There was like an active shooter situation at the tree lighting ceremony, because at Hilarities, I was performing there, and everyone was like freaking out, and people were running and stuff, and we heard from other people, and then they posted about it online, and
I think that was way later, because I heard a bunch of things shooting off. I heard I was like, uh-oh. And of course, me being nosy, I peeked my head out the door. I was like, what's going on? And then it was fireworks. I was like, oh, thank God. Exactly like that.
Yeah, as an active shooting. Justin Bibb's like, God damn it, man. Can't I just have one thing in this godforsaken town where people aren't trying to shoot the place up? Man, what's his name was right? Phil Jackson? What's his name was right?
Cleveland is perceived to be the butthole of the world sometime, right?
Man. Al, I'm 34. I've never had to parallel park once.
That's what I'm talking about. You don't have to. It's
not a badge of honor. I mean,
you pull into a spot or park somewhere else.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it's not that hard to learn.
It's not.
It's really not that hard.
You do it in driving school.
Yeah, but
I can do it. They teach you in driver's ed.
That doesn't mean nothing. There's a lot of people. They teach you maneuverability, and I know a lot of people on the road that can't maneuver worth a crap.
Right.
It's called steering.
Yes, it's not that hard.
You don't have to parallel park for your driver's test.
Yes, you do.
It's maneuverability.
That's what
it's different now.
maneuverability is.
Well, do they or not? I'm old, I know, but do
it's
they
not
still
called
teach
parallel
it?
parking.
It's maneuverability.
Is that part of it?
No, you go up, and then you back up to the left. You go back up, and then you back up to the right. That's it. You don't have to parallel. It's steering. It's called maneuverability.
That's what I'm saying. It's not parallel parking.
Do they still teach the 3-point turn?
No.
What's going on?
Nothing.
I mean, these
That's
are
why people don't know how
Alan
to
drives in cursive.
It's not. It's really got nothing to do with my age. These are like fundamental parts of operating a car.
Not for the state of
They
Ohio.
changed it.
Wow. I guess so.
Need to get my temps.
Well,
again.
you really need less and less training on everything, don't you? There's like jobs that are like, you should really have some information. They go, we don't need that.
Be
Nah.
fine.
Yeah. SATs for college? Nah. We just want the tuition money. We don't need all that. Hey, do I need a certification for this job that requires a lot of... Nah.
What, a forklift? No, you'll be
come on. You'll be okay.
Just don't crash it.
Yeah. Oh, I do have to break. Hey, you want to get a text, 35192, AlanCoxShow.com for everything else. I'll have those Rolling Stones tickets for you after this break. They have set that show in Pittsburgh in 2024. We'll have those for you all this week around 3:20.
The Alan Cox Show. Everywhere on our free iHeartRadio app.
Or whatever smart device you have.
Just tell it to play the Alan Cox Show on iHeartRadio.